Hello, John Walker from Health and Wellness Unlimited. This is the first of a series of videos discussing the topic hypnosis. This video is going to be brief and it's to the point, and we're going to define hypnosis for you. We're going to use terms and words and phrases that are simple, lacking in jargon and scientific terminology, words that you can understand. We're going to take the word hypnosis. Where does that come from? Hypnosis comes from the word hypnos, which is Greek and means to sleep. Contrary to popular opinion, when one is hypnotized, they are not asleep. This term was one that caught on early in the development of hypnosis, but was later discovered that people are not actually asleep when being hypnotized. They're actually in a state of heightened suggestibility and concentration. I'll say that again. Hypnosis is a state of heightened suggestibility and concentration. Now, if you think about that, you might ask yourself, have I ever been in a state of heightened suggestibility and concentration? Well, of course you have. Maybe you don't know it as that, but of course you have. I would ask you, have you ever daydreamed? Well, of course you have. At some point in your life, most likely when you're a kid, maybe when you were in high school or middle school, sitting in a classroom in a subject you didn't particularly care for or weren't that very good in or just didn't really focus in. For me, that was history. You found yourself sitting in the classroom listening to the teacher drone on and on and on about information out of the past that really didn't interest you. And at some point, you found yourself just kind of drifting until you were off at some pleasant place beyond the classroom in your mind. Daydreaming. Well, this is very similar to that state of heightened suggestibility and concentration. Another time or another incident where you may have experienced, if you drive, if maybe coming home from work or someplace familiar that you're frequent on a regular basis and finding yourself driving home, going down the road, and all of a sudden looked up and realized, well, I don't even remember coming to this point, but we're on course and surely headed for home. What happened at that point? Again, similar to daydreaming, your mind had drifted off to some pleasant place, some place where you chose to be, and thinking about some things that really had nothing to do with driving at the time. But then, if you weren't thinking about driving, who was driving? Another part of your mind, and we'll discuss that later. This too is a state of heightened suggestibility and concentration. So when we look at these two examples, we see that the majority, if not most people, have experienced some form of hypnosis at one point or another. So keep in mind, the next time someone says hypnosis to you, realize they're simply talking about a state of heightened suggestibility and concentration. That's all for today. We want you to think about that and realize that this is what hypnosis is. Thank you.